Hello, and let me start by saying a massive thanks to Links Wi-Fi Solutions for sponsoring this first episode of the Links Pod. They're redefining home and business Wi-Fi, Unify, Wi-Fi and CCTV specialists. You can visit linkswifisolutions.co.uk or follow on Facebook, Instagram or YouTube. Okay, let's do this.
Links Pod. Tales and entertainment for the people of Lincolnshire with John Marshall.
Well, this is the Links Pod. I'm so excited. I've got my Christmas jumper on because this is the festive special. If you're listening on just audio only on one of the streaming services, you won't know that. But if you're watching on YouTube, yes, I've got a festive jumper on. The house, which is where I am behind me, is my own home, and it's not looking very festive. More about that a bit later on, actually. Anyway, look, let me tell you what the Links Pod is all about. After almost 30 years, I've been on the radio across Lincolnshire, and now I'm not on the radio across Lincolnshire, and I was thinking, what am I going to do next? People are asking me, and I enjoyed the radio so much, particularly my time on a radio station called Links FM. You may have enjoyed listening to me on there. You may have enjoyed that radio station. It was amazing fun and hugely successful. In later years, I've been on Greatest Hits Radio, and I enjoyed that. It was less freedom on Greatest Hits Radio, let's say that, to do all the wild, fun stuff that we used to do on Links FM. And that's kind of why I've arrived at this idea to do the Links Pod podcast. I want to get out and about. I have been out and about, as you're about to hear, across Lincolnshire. I want to keep doing that, keep flying the flag and having fun and turning it into, hopefully, an entertaining weekly podcast for you to listen to. So there's going to be an episode, obviously, right now for Christmas, and then from January the 6th, weekly episodes, although it is dawning on me the amount of work involved in that, but I'm going to aim and deliver. I will. Let's be confident. An episode a week from the 6th of January. And that really, to be a success, is going to be a two-way street, not just me being involved, but I need you to be involved. If you are a business and you could sponsor an episode or two or three or four or maybe all of them, then get in touch. This is something great, I believe, for Lincolnshire, something Lincolnshire needs and deserves, and it needs support to get there. If you're a member of the public, what I need from you is to join in. We've got the big quiz. I need contestants to play on that. If you know somebody who is, maybe you, a character across Lincolnshire and would like a natter to come on the podcast for whatever reason, maybe you're doing something for charity, we can get you on for a chat. Maybe you've started a business and we can get you on for a natter. You're the sort of people, I'm interested in everybody across Lincolnshire. So if you think it would be fun, if you think you'd like to get involved sponsoring an episode, I'm doing restaurant reviews and so on, just email me. I'm an open book. It's john@linkspod.co.uk, and it'd be so good to get you involved and hear from you. I've got all my notes here for the show, so here's some stuff coming up on the episode today. We're going to be talking panto. It's panto season, so we'll get into some panto talk in a bit. I've been all over the place. I've been asking on social media for your shout-outs about your Christmas disasters and your quirky family traditions. Some of those on the way too. We have the big festive quiz. The Ely family from Lincoln are taking on the cast of the Grimsby Auditorium Panto in a little 10 questions each quiz in a little while. We'll talk Christmas displays and some local what's-ons that are happening across Lincolnshire this week. And keep listening as well later on for an old familiar voice from the Links FM days who will be popping up towards the end of the podcast. All right, let's get into it. All aboard, please. I've been in the Links Pod car, which is actually just my car, travelling across Lincolnshire. Grimsby, Skegness and Lincoln were my destinations to talk panto.
Local for Lincolnshire. This is Links Pod.
Well, here I am. I've arrived in Grimsby. I'm at the auditorium and I'm joined by two big stars of this year's panto. Introduce yourself, please.
Oh, hello. I'm so excited to be back.
That took me by surprise. I was not expecting that. This is Sue Hodge. You all right, Sue?
I'm very well, my darling. Thank
So
you.
nice to see you. I'm sure we did an auction together once, and I may have given away one of your outfits in an auction that you wore in a low. I think that I remember that some years ago.
I know, it's a shame because you wanted to keep it, really, didn't you?
No, I won the auction. Yes, blimey, I look good in that. And look, there's another star there. Hello.
Hello, I'm what's left of Martin Daniels.
Just the remains.
Just the remains.
Just the
yes,
remains.
I used to be much taller than this.
Who are you playing this year, Martin?
This year I am playing Idle Jack Daniels.
Idle Jack
Jack
Daniels. And Sue?
Well, it's a change from me because I'm not the fairy. And I'm actually Sherry Trifle the cook.
Sherry Trifle. I mean, these names are just wonderful, aren't they? Right, so it's Dick Whittington meets the Pirates of the Caribbean. This is a bit different. A clash of two classics.
Yes, traditionally there's always a shipwreck scene in Dick Whittington, and in years gone by it's often been washed up on the shores of Morocco, and then you get somebody in to play the Sultan of Morocco who captures us, and then we do good and then releases us. But the producers directors have decided to add a bit of a twist, bring it up to date. And so we're sailing all the way to the Caribbean this year.
Oh, exotic. Very nice too. How are rehearsals going, Sue?
They're going extraordinarily well, and it's a really smashing cast. We're all having a ball already. You know, we've only had a couple of days rehearsal. So, strong cast, and lots for everyone in this.
I just got to see a little bit of you doing your thing in the rehearsal space. It looks like a lot of fun. All these years on, you still enjoying pantos each year, Martin?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, I've lost count. How many? I don't know. I reckon it's round about the mid-30 mark, 36, 37,
Wow.
something like that. But still enjoy it. And I always maintain I've got the best view in the theatre, because with my part it's getting the kids going and the shouting and the cheering, and it's when the kids get so involved, and you see them and you see the parents who they've got one eye on me on the stage, and then they keep turning to look at their children, to get the view of them getting excited and involved. And that's what's unique about Panto, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of magic from you as well, Martin?
We're gonna try and sneak a bit in there,
Sneak a bit in there, okay.
I can remember when Martin was on stage and his son was in the audience, and every time he did something funny, he turned round and applauded, like for the audience. Like that.
Yeah, come on, everybody, that's my dad.
Really? That's what you want, isn't it? That's a bit of family support. That's what you want. Look, it is. I have done a panto or two myself, not a main role in any aspect like you two. It is a lot of work, though. People coming for one performance, keeping it fresh when you're on 3 shows a day. It is a tiring experience. Would you agree with me, or is it a breeze for you, Martin?
No, thankfully we don't have any 3-show days here, but it's a lot of energy. It's a high energy performance. Grimsby Auditorium is quite a big venue. If you're at the back, you're a long way from the stage, and so you have to make sure that your performance is big enough to fill the room.
Yeah. Projecting is a thing, I guess, Sue. That's the right word, isn't it? I'm not a proper actor myself, but yes.
Well, I find at 4'11", I'm just one big pocket dynamo. I mean, throw me on that stage and try and get me off.
I wasn't going to mention your height, but I'm pleased you did. Yeah, I mean, you are a long way from the back to see Sue Hodge on the stage. That's for sure. It's a challenge. Maybe people should get a little reward if they spot you.
Well, they'll always hear me.
Oh, they'll hear you.
Can I say, she doesn't get any bigger the closer you get.
Fantastic. Right, look, good luck with the run this year. I've been invited to come along and see it, so I'm very much looking forward to that.
Serves you right,
John. Yes, but thank you, Martin, and thank you, Sue.
After Grimsby, my next destination was Skegness in a chat with Brendan Bugg, the theatre manager.
This year's pantomime's Dick Whittington, starting on the 16th of December, with lots of varying time slots to meet different families and so on and so forth. And you can also book after certain performances to enjoy afternoon tea with Santa in this very space that we are currently talking to each other in. It's an in-house production, So everything you see on stage is creatively put together by the embassy team, but the professional cast, there's no household name. We've decided to step away from the household name, but the vast majority of the people that are in it are all professional. They've been on either cruise ships, they've performed in the West End. The person playing the lead role is returning after 2 years. He performed in Beauty and the Beast, and he's now back to play the lead role in Dick Whittington, who's local, Scott Ward. He's from Louth. I think that's where his parents still live. And then our Dame is returning by popular demand, so we've got the same Dame this year. And, you know, pantomime has a unique majesty to it, really. It's one of only a few things that we offer throughout the year that everybody can come to, because obviously certain comedians might have an age restriction, but pantomime, whether you be 8, 80 or 88, there's bound to be something in it that appeals to you. And, you know, we do it for a couple of weeks, so the whole building turns into panto mode for quite a while. And then thankfully, once it's all packed away, we get a week off.
Oh, a week off. Imagine that.
Brendan went on to talk for what I can only describe as absolutely ages. So a much fuller interview with him is coming in a future edition of the Links Pod. After leaving Skegness, it was another trip down the A158 to Lincoln to the new Theatre Royal for a chat with the owner and writer of the panto, Natalie Hayes.
Now, what's the show this year?
It's Snow White.
What about the cast this year? There's a few familiar faces from last year and a few new ones, I think, this time.
Yeah, we have people back from previous pantomimes. It's a bit of a sort of gathering of gems. I think we have two newbies this year. Everyone else is from different pantomimes, from Aladdin, Snow White, Cinderella. But yeah, we have Lewis Smith from last year. We have Amelia Lilly, who was here at Easter. We have Patrick Monaghan, who was here for Cinderella. Everybody brings that little something, that little sort of speciality performance to the show. And it's a small cast this year as well. We've had big casts for the past 4 years. So, yeah, it's all going really well. Almost too well. It makes me slightly uncomfortable. And I shouldn't feel uncomfortable that everything's going brilliantly. But it is. I'm thinking, what's going to go wrong? But then there's always tech rehearsal. I'm not putting it out there. Everything's going to be amazing for tech rehearsal. But we really are ahead of the game, which is quite exciting.
Oh, brilliant. And you write the panto here as well, don't you?
Yeah, I write the panto. Putting it together is sort of a year in advance. So I start work on it just with the artwork and things like that before the previous panto. So we've already got, I was just about to say what the title is for next year's panto. I've started thinking about songs already. And then I start casting for next year's pantomime in January, February time. And then start work on the Easter production as well. It's just all go. It's all go.
Yeah. Is that common for the proprietor of the theatre to be writing the panto? Does that happen a lot in the country, do you think?
I think it's like my job. If you look at it as a job role, my job role as the producer, as putting together the in-house shows, it's a job role, isn't it? So if you look at it that way, and indeed it saves the theatre money as well. So I wear many hats, and we're a small team, and everybody sort of jumps to different areas within the theatre. But it works. We all work hard, but we love it.
Does it change a lot, the script that you originally write to the day the curtain goes up? Is there many changes, or do you say stick to this?
Oh no, I'd never say stick to this. I try and write after I've cast, so I try and write the characters bespoke to the person that's playing that character, so working to people's strengths. And then when you get into the rehearsal room, little things naturally tweak sometimes, but I generally think I've pretty much got the measure of people and I can visualise how they're going to say it and how their accents work. And, because some people are very heavy on their acting and they're very character singers. Other people are very strong with their dancing. So it's like Lewis last year with his rapping and his speciality, moves, let's just say he does. So yeah, it's really working to people's strengths. But yeah, it's very much a team effort. But no, absolutely. As people get the characterisation, I'm not one for, these are the lines, just say them, it's panto. It's like, no, let's get the layers of those onions sort of peeled out and really think about why you're saying things and where you are in that moment, so that the story really sort of goes through to the finale.
You're listening to the very first ever episode of the Links Pod. I'm John Marshall. Let me say a massive thanks to Links Wi-Fi Solutions for sponsoring this episode. They're redefining home and business Wi-Fi. Unify Wi-Fi and CCTV specialists. You can visit, and please do, linkswifi-solutions.co.uk or follow on Facebook, Instagram or YouTube. Follow them on all of those things if you don't mind. Now, one thing that's going to be very important with the Links pod is that you get involved. I've mentioned that already. You know, if you want to be part of it, I'll come out and about and visit you, and you can be on loads of different stuff. Also, get following me on the socials, because I'll be posing questions on there, and your response will get you a shout out on the Links pod. I've been asking about Christmas disasters, and here's a few of the ones that are coming. Julie Sadler in Skegness, who says, John, you don't want to know. That's wrong, because I do want to know. She says, my Christmas disaster involves false teeth being left on a bakery countertop, then me running down the road to find the person they belong to, all on Christmas Eve, just before closing time where I was working. All part of the job. Okay. Emma Halwell in Grantham says, Christmas disaster, John, this is brilliant. My dad went to make more gravy because we'd run out. I mean, who runs out of gravy on Christmas Day? It's bad planning. Anyway, he swiftly came back from the kitchen and began to pour coffee all over his Christmas dinner. Apparently, Red Mountain coffee and Bisto gravy granules are very similar with a red top. Are they, though? Anyway, coffee on your Christmas dinner. Not a good thing. Christmas in Lincolnshire is the theme very much of this episode, and I've been out and about. Let's go out and about again to the Hildred Shopping Centre, Skegness. They're world-renowned for their stunning Christmas displays, and honestly, they're amazing. I got a guided tour from the man himself, the man who makes the magic happen at the Hildreds, centre manager, the boss there, Steve Andrews.
From the Humber to the Wash, Links Pod with John Marshall.
First of all, did you create this?
We put this together, so I made some of the snowmen and a few other bits, but we source the animations from all over the world.
So one of the snowmen's had a terrible accident over there. He's landed on his head. Is he all right?
He's fine.
Health and safety, Steve, first.
Health and safety, yeah.
Health? Oh, very good. You're better than me. Could you just describe the scene, please, because this is audio?
Well, this is Chilly Charlie. He's our singing snowman, and he's in a scene with a nice Christmas tree. We've got polar bears and snowmen and foxes and deer, and even a little Eskimo there.
What's this button for? What does that do? May I press? Yeah. I'm pressing the button.
I'm Chilly Charlie. How are you?
Well, that's amazing. What else should we go and see?
So this is a new one this year. This is Santa's Grotto, and this is Geppetto's toy workshop. And we had Santa in here this weekend, so you can see Geppetto and Pinocchio. And it's made for Neverland Theatre's production of Pinocchio this year, their panto.
This is fantastic. So how would you go about making somebody like Pinocchio there?
It's a block of polystyrene, and we have a carving brush. And
you make it sound very easy. It's a block. Get a block of polystyrene. Next thing you can turn it into that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Go on, describe the process.
We just cut it out with a jigsaw, glue it together, carve it with a wire brush, cover it in cement. It's a type of cement, and then paint it with ordinary emulsion paint that you have hanging around the house.
Describe this scene for me, Steve. This is very grand. Right at the entrance to the Hildreds, if you're coming in Skegness, this is the thing you'll see first.
Well, this is the reindeer barn. So we've got Harry and Zach. These are two of Santa's newest reindeer, and they're our singing reindeer. And then we've got Holly and Teddy and a couple of other new reindeer.
The other ones they're known as, yeah.
That's right. Well, yeah. These are the new ones that are learning how to fly. So Harry's been teaching them how to fly. So again, if you want to give the button a press.
I'm going to go and press the button.
Hello, Zach. I think that I hear a tiny reindeer coming my way with Santa's sleigh.
Steve, that's incredible.
Thank you. And then we've got the reindeer barn, of course, with the elves. They're making the sweets and what have you in here because Harry also works in the hot chocolate factory.
Oh, he's a busy chap.
He's a busy chap, yeah. He gets his fur stuck up with marshmallows and things like that sometimes, but yeah. Yeah, so this is a reindeer barn, like I say, and we've got the elves and we've got the other reindeers and we've got a big...
What an enormous Christmas tree, that.
Yeah. So it's nice. And don't forget, you can bring your Santa's letter or your letter to Santa, post it in the post box and you get a free reply within 24 hours.
Oh, it's not too late, friends. Get yourself to the Hildreds at Skegness. Steve, thank you so much for showing me around. It's been amazing. And a Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Merry Christmas. It's been lovely seeing you again.
Never miss an episode of Links Pod. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.
And on a slightly smaller scale, but not much smaller than the Hildreds Shopping Centre, I was in Lincoln visiting a family who go Christmas crackers every year. We'll talk about that, and they'll have a go on the big festive quiz for 2024.
Links Pod.
Sean, Ely.
Marie Ely.
And who's this?
Bruce.
All right, Bruce. Before we get to Christmas, there's a lot of animals in here. You could open a zoo. What's in here?
We've got 2 bearded dragons, a corn snake, 4 rats, a cat and a Romanian shepherd dog.
OK, Bruce asked me, how old are you, Bruce?
5.
He said, do you want to see the rat? He doesn't get them out or anything, does he?
Yes.
No, let's not get the rats out. We don't want to get the rats out. Can you ever go on holiday or away for the night or anything like that? I mean, you're trapped here, aren't you? You've got to feed...
They're quite easy to look after. We get people to stay over if we go on holiday.
Do you?
Yeah. The snake only feeds every few weeks. The rats, you stick a bowl of food in, they're happy.
Wouldn't you rather have something you could take for a walk or something like that? No.
We've taken the bearded dragons for walks.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, in the summertime, we walk around the park with them on my shoulder.
People think you're odd. Right.
They do, yeah.
Right, yeah. Let's get on to Christmas. Sean, where's this obsession with Christmas come?
So, I think it's when me and Marie first got together about 10 years ago. I've never really been a Christmas fan, to be honest.
I'd never guessed that. Do go on.
Yes, I've never been a Christmas fan until Marie said that obviously one day her ex-husband never really let her have Christmas, just a tree. So with what we had, I made it look as good as I could, and then over the 10 years it's just expanded even more.
It definitely has. Now, this is just audio, so I can't show everybody, so you can do a description. Tell us what's here.
So in the living room we've got obviously the Christmas tree, lights, a few baubles. Some of the baubles are actually memories from when Bruce went to visit Santa in the Waterside Shopping Centre.
Oh.
Nightmare Before Christmas, because we like that, don't we? Yeah.
Yes.
I've done a Christmas tree and lights on the ceiling, and currently there's probably about 2,500, 3,000 lights going through the house.
And outside is a whole nother story, isn't it?
Yeah, this year we've bought, because Marie's dad died of cancer about 9 weeks ago, so we decided to do a bigger display this year for cancer research.
The idea being people can come down and look at it and make a donation, yeah?
I've even got a big speaker outside playing Christmas music, so when people come they can stand and listen to music.
That's fantastic. Has there been any reaction from the neighbours, Marie?
Oh, they love it.
Honestly, do they love it?
Yeah.
Do they? Because
Sheila next door, she absolutely loves it.
Oh, there's one next to those. We've lowered it down.
On the other side, yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all okay about it, right?
They come over, don't they?
I don't know if I would blast it. My daughter blasts music out, and I worry what the neighbours think at my house, but that's not even Christmassy stuff.
Yeah, no, they love it.
And when are you going to keep it going until?
Normally comes down Boxing Day.
Do you want people round here at any time, or do you have set times of the day?
They go on about 4 o'clock, don't they? And we switch it off about 9.
Okay. 4 till 9. Yeah. Best do the address then, hadn't you, so people can come down here?
It's Westwick Drive at the moment. You can't miss it. It's the most lit up house on Westwick Drive.
Yeah. I asked Sean what his address was, and he said, I don't need to tell you the number. You'll see it. Bruce, how much are you looking forward to Christmas?
I'm going to be so happy if it's Christmas.
Never miss an episode of Links Pod. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.
And wasn't Bruce lovely? All right, so down to some serious business. A festive quiz. The big festive quiz is happening. And in the chair to answer the questions, Marie and Stephen Ely, who we just heard from. Let's do a Christmas quiz.
Number 1, what sign of the zodiac are you if you were born on Christmas Day? Just say one.
Sagittarius.
Alphabetically, which of Santa's reindeer
comes first? Think of a reindeer. Say that.
Blitzen.
Number 3 is music. Not now, Bruce, not now. Number 3, which Christmas song begins like this? Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible says. Long time ago in Bethlehem. That.
Mary's Boy Child.
Ooh. Number 4, which X Factor winner had the Christmas number 1 in 2006 with a moment like this?
Leona Lewis.
Ooh. Number 5, who told the story in music of A Winter's Tale in 1982? It was only a winter's tale. It's a hard one, that. But go on. Say anything. Time's ticking.
Pass.
Number 6, where was Mummy when she was kissing Santa Claus? Where was she? I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus. Oh, pass. Number 7, who had the Christmas number 1 in both 2018, 2019 and 2020?
Lad Baby.
Ooh. Right, we're on to entertainment. We're nearly done, don't panic. Oh, who wrote Auld Lang Syne?
Pass.
What is the name of the snowman in Frozen?
Olaf.
Oh, number 10. In which traditional pantomime does Wishy Washy appear?
Cinderella.
Stop the clock. It's over, Marie. You can relax now. You okay?
I can breathe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that went too badly, did it? But while I was there, I was so excited by the Links pod, by Christmas, and by little Bruce that I forgot to tell Steve and Marie Ely how they'd got on with the festive quiz. So let's run through the answers now. The sign of the zodiac, you are, if you were born on Christmas days, Capricorn. Marie said Sagittarius, so that's wrong. Alphabetically, which of Santa's reindeer comes first? They got that right. Blitzen or Blitzer, I would have also accepted. On to music. Which Christmas song begins long time ago in Bethlehem? So the Holy Bible says that is Mary's Boy Child, and they got that right. Number 4, the X Factor winner with the number 1 at Christmas 2006 with a moment like this was Leona Lewis. They got that right. Who told the story of A Winter's Tale in 1982? It was David Essex. They passed on that one. Who was Mummy, or where was Mummy when she was kissing Santa Claus? She was underneath the mistletoe, wasn't she? They passed on that one. Number 7 was the Christmas number 1 2018, 19 and 20. Lad Baby. They got that right. Who wrote Auld Lang Syne was number 8 for Robert Burns would have been the right answer. So that was a pass, though. The name of the snowman in Frozen is Olaf. Correct. And the traditional pantomime you'd find wishy-washy is Aladdin, not Cinderella. So wrong. I got that to 1 minute 53 and 5 out of 10. How did you get on? The cast of the Grimsby Auditorium Panto are having a go on round 2 of the big festive quiz later on the Links Pod.
Links Pod.
Here's some more of those Christmas disasters you've been in touch about. Carolyn Murray in Market Raisin. John, I had done Christmas dinner for friends along with Christmas pudding, but sadly I hadn't noticed the packet of white sauce that I'd bought to do the brandy sauce was in fact a savoury sauce. I handed out the pudding with a jug of sauce. Now also I'd added some brandy into it, and our friends Graham and Jill Kent dutifully helped themselves. And they continued to politely eat. That's the killer bit of the story, I think. It tasted absolutely disgusting, and it was at this point I went to check what I'd used. So embarrassed and apologetic as I took their bowls from them and went off to make some custard. Great. Julie Perkins at Thorpe on the Hill says, John, we used to get the children to put out reindeer food on Christmas Eve. Yes, that's a good thing to do. Which was oats with glitter, so all the reindeers could see from the sky. Oh, that's good. However, our dog Fraser went outside and ate it all straight away. We had some nice glittery doggy parcels for the next few days. I think I know what you mean there. Let me mention Samantha Jane Corner in Lincoln. John, my daughter fell downstairs on Christmas Day when she was about 4. I was newly divorced and had 3 young children who were maybe 2, 4 and 6. And my eldest daughter, who was about 19, they were over for Christmas lunch and I was halfway through cooking it. Disaster. I think she slipped on her shiny tights Anyway, she wouldn't stop screaming, and I thought she'd broken her back or something, so I called 999 on Christmas Day. We went to the hospital. I also had to call her dad, so I had to spend the rest of Christmas Day in A&E with my ex-husband. We got back later in the afternoon, and my eldest daughter had cooked the rest of the dinner and served it to our friends. It was the worst Christmas Day ever. She was okay, but a bit bruised, and she's now 17 this month. Wow, and 4 years old at the time. There's a story that dates back somewhat. All right, we'll be doing lots more stuff like that on the Links pod. I really hope you're enjoying episode 1. Do let me know, as long as it's positive. I'm only really interested in positive. Thanks. Now, I'm going to be doing a challenge each week. If you've got a challenge for me, it's john@linkspod.co.uk, or get in touch with me on the social media. Here's the first of those challenges, and it's a festive one.
From the Humber to the Wash, Links Pod with John Marshall.
Okay, it's Christmas time, and what would be better than a challenge that involves a mince pie? Brendan is here. How are you, Brendan?
I'm okay. I'm nervous though. There is a pressure here.
There's a lot of pressure.
That is nearly a steak and kidney pie sized mince pie. That
I arrived in Skegness today, and I hadn't planned ahead and hadn't got any mince pies, so I went to the first baker I could find, Pocklington's, I believe. The mince pies are massive. They look great, don't they?
But that is quite a pie.
It's quite the pie.
It is.
The challenge is going to be you first, then me later.
Okay.
A minute to try and get as many mince pies down you as possible. I don't think you're going to do one in a minute, but let's see. Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready.
It's all systems go. Go. Come on, Brendan. He's not even out of the case yet. That was a slow start, if you don't mind me saying, Brendan. And it's straight in there. I didn't check before that you do like mince pies. You do like mince pies, do you?
This one's nice.
Yeah, keep talking. Oh, that's already 15 seconds have gone by. You barely got anything in. I'm pretty confident I'm going to beat you here, but we'll see. Oh, it's dribbling. That does look nice. There's plenty of filling, isn't there?
The size of them cherries.
That's a big cherry. Look at that. Well, it's the real deal mince pie, and maybe the slowest eater going. We put knives and forks out, by the way, but Brendan's chosen not to bother with those. Is he going to get through the full mince pie? We're going to have to measure the bit left over. I don't think you've got 20 seconds. 16, 50. It's heading in the direction of the end of the challenge, but is he going to get that down in 9 seconds? I don't think so. Here we go. 5, 4, 3. Oh, it's all gone in. 2, 1. Stop eating a mince pie. You've got a mince pie down you in 1 minute. Very impressive.
This is Links Pod with John Marshall.
Okay, it's the second part of the challenge. The pressure is on because you've got a whole mince pie down you in 1 minute, which is very impressive. You tell me they're delicious, Brendan, yeah?
They were very delicious. I have to say, that was one of the nicest mince pies I've ever had. So wherever you went, absolute fair play. Good choice. But how are you feeling about this? Because I didn't cleanse my palate, John. Maybe that was the mistake I made.
I'm worried about the situation, to be honest. You were impressive. And I've had to get a second mince pie out because the only way to beat you now is to begin work on mince pie number 2. Are we ready?
I am, if you are. You've put it in your eye line, that second mince pie, so fair play.
We're off and running. Right, here we go.
Oh, this is... I mean, I think I was more glamorous, folks. This man is demolishing this mince pie. I'm just a little bit worried about the indigestion that might follow. But how's it going down, John? They are tasty.
Not well. I can't swallow.
Oh, dear. This is rather entertaining, folks.
This is too much in.
That was a fairly sizable first bite, I have to say. It's the cherries, John. They're too big.
They're massive. That's the big cherry.
But the timing, how are we doing?
I want 25.
Oh, yeah, he's going to beat me, folks, I can tell. The other one is in his eye line. Look at it. Look, there it is. Look, tentatively in its case. He's going for it. If he just bites this, we're there. Oh, I've got 10 seconds left. 9, 8. Come on, John. You can do this. You can do this, John. Come on. He's there.
No.
It's in. Yes. Well, that's it. Ooh, I think. What do we think? I think that's 1.5, folks. I do. I think John has beaten me. I think 1.5 mince pies has been consumed. But to be fair, I made less mess. But you know what? That's showbiz, I suppose.
A massive thanks to Links Wi-Fi Solutions for sponsoring this episode. They are redefining home business Wi-Fi, Unify, Wi-Fi and CCTV specialists. Visit linkswifisolutions.co.uk or you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Just let me say how grateful I am to Jason, who is, I don't know him, but I've never met him. He is the man behind Links Wi-Fi Solutions. And within half an hour of me announcing on social media I was doing the Links pod, he was in touch saying he wanted to sponsor an episode. He followed that through, and that's what I need. Support locally. If you think this is a good idea, please, 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 if you can, get in touch about sponsoring an episode. It's john@linkspod.co.uk. Now, let me address why there's no Christmas tree in here, which is a pretty weak excuse, to be honest. It's in the garage. It's normally my daughter's job, and she hasn't got round to it this year to get it out of there and set up the Christmas tree. So I'm blaming her. I've got my Christmas jumper on, but there's no Christmas tree in here. Pretty soon, you won't be able to check up on me in this way because I will be moving I'm having a my brother is very handy, and he's got some space where he works, and he's going to build me a studio for the podcast. It's going to look so good, right? But it's not going to be ready till, I think, the end of January. Then I can move in there and these videos will look good and you can't check up on me and whether I've put up a Christmas tree. That's my answer, and I'm sticking with it. All right, let's crack on. Earlier on, it was the Ely family in Lincoln having a go on the big festive quiz round 1. They did 5 out of 10 in 1 minute 53. It's time for round 2.
Never miss an episode of Links Pod. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Let me go round and check who I'm joined by.
My name is Lady Fitzwarren, and I have to say it's an absolute pleasure for you to meet me, John.
And what a lovely dress you're wearing.
Hello, I'm Fairy Burbells.
Hello, Fairy Burbells.
I'm like the saviour of the show. I save everybody and just do good things.
Oh, what a hero. Yeah. What a hero.
I mean, I think so.
Hi, Dick Whittington here at your service.
Okay. Have you seen Dick before?
What a ridiculous question. No, I've never seen Dick in my life.
And who are you?
You mean you don't already know?
I've got a good feeling, but please go on.
I'm Queen Rat, I'll have you know.
Ooh, I'm a bit scared of Queen Rat. I'm going to move on. And who are you?
Hello, I'm Alice Fitzwarren.
And how are you, Alice?
I'm wonderful today. How are you?
I'm very much looking forward to the panto. Are you?
I very much am as well. It's going to be so much fun.
Well, look, and Christmas is coming. Now we have a Christmas quiz to face. Round 1 has happened without your knowledge, and you've no idea how the team there got on. Okay, I'm starting the timer, and on your marks, get set. General knowledge, Christmas Island is surrounded by which ocean? Anybody here, anybody. And if you don't know, you can pass. Oh,
I'll take a guess at the Pacific.
Okay, Ratty. Well, I'll let you know in a moment if that was right. Alphabetically, which of Santa's reindeer comes last?
I would say Vixen, maybe?
Oh, right, we're going on to music now. Which Christmas song begins with this line? Are you hanging up your stockings on the wall?
So here it is, Merry Christmas. Is it?
Wizard, you should know that being a fairy.
I should.
Number 4. Which X Factor winner had the Christmas number 1 with When We Collide? It was back in 2010.
Is it Matt Cardle?
Oh, Dick! Well, maybe. Who was driving home for Christmas in 1988?
Oh, well, that was Chris Rea, obviously.
Oh, thank you, darling. Where was I when I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus?
Underneath the Christmas tree.
Mistletoe.
So several guesses. Who had a Christmas number 1 in 2017 called Perfect?
Can you say it again?
Yes. Okay then. Who had a Christmas number 1 in 2017 called Perfect?
Oh, I don't know.
Great. Well, thanks for wasting everybody's time. Does anybody know?
No idea.
He's got ginger hair. I'll give you a clue.
Was it Ed Sheeran?
Well, entertainment. I wonder if you know who wrote the song White Christmas. Okay.
Was it Chris Moreno, who also wrote our pantomime?
Ah! Maybe him. He's a very talented man. What colour is the Grinch in How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Green.
Nice one, Dick. And number 10.
You said that before.
Yes. In which panto does Buttons appear? I'll give you a clue, it's not your one.
Well, it's anyone you want to, really, but I suppose it has to be Cinderella.
Right, stop the clock. I seem to have got in some weird character as well, and I'm not even in the panto. So I don't know what that's about. Anyway, let's do the marking. Let's see how you got on. Christmas Island is surrounded by which ocean? It's the Indian Ocean, everybody.
The worst thing is I've been.
Oh! Number 2. Alphabetically, Santa's reindeer coming last. Vixen. Good answer.
Yes. Very proud.
Thank you, Dame. Thank you. On to music. The Christmas song, Are You Hanging Up the Stockings on Your Wall? Now, interestingly, you said the right answer, and then somebody else said the wrong artist.
I think we can edit that bit out.
Yes, we can edit that bit out. Absolutely. Nobody will know. So not Wizard. Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody was right, but it's Slade, not...
Did you ask for the answer?
Not, didn't ask, no, but the information was offered.
Fairy bells,
Well done, Fairy.
We'll never hear the end of this.
Well done, Fairy, yes. When we collide, I believe this was... Dick provided me with what I wanted here. Matt Cardle. Well done, Dick.
Excellent.
Thank you, Dick. 5, the Driving Home for Christmas song. Chris Rea.
Yes. Obviously.
6. Where was I when I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus?
On the stairs.
On the stairs would have got you the point.
See, I being a fairy, I just live in the moment, and I wasn't sure what the moment or question was.
Right.
So I just think that we should be nice and give us a point because
You're after the point still, Fairy.
lots of nice, good things.
Shush! Who had a Christmas number 1 with Perfect? Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, yes.
Writing White Christmas. Disaster around here for that one. Irving Berlin. Irving.
Chris Marino.
Not Chris Marino. The colour of the Grinch, who stole Christmas? Green. Well done. And the panto, of course, which Buttons appears. And of course you should get this. Cinderella. Well done, everyone. Everybody looking forward to the big show?
Oh, absolutely. Can't wait to get that curtain out and get Dick on.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining me, and well done on playing the quiz, and good luck with the panto.
Thank
you very much.
Merry Christmas.
From Grimsby to Sleaford, Scunthorpe to Mablethorpe, this is LinksPod.
And the winners of this week's the first ever edition of the big quiz, this time a big festive quiz, are the Grimsby Auditorium Panto cast, who score 7 out of 10 in 2 minutes 7. So they were slower than the Ely family in Lincoln, who got 5 out of 10 in 1 minute 53. But points are what matter most, not time. So they do win. If you fancy a go on the quiz, home or workplace, I'll come around your house, I'll come to your workplace, and we'll record 10 questions, bit of fun. It doesn't matter who wins, all it is a bit of fun, and you get a plug for your business. Don't forget to get in touch, john@linkspod.co.uk. Right, here's my notes, I'll finish with that bit. More shout-outs. Julie Perkins in Thorpe on the Hill says, I would like to send the warmest Christmas wishes to my wonderful husband, Alec, also my son, Sam and Abby. You keep my world revolving. All my love, Julie. That's nice, isn't it? I've also been asking on the socials about family traditions. Karen Warner's in Ruskington. My dad organising family activities is what springs to mind. One where he wore a pair of tights and a rubber plant leaf in front of his bits. Okay. Another was when my mum was wearing a swimsuit, bearing in mind... hang on a minute. Dad was wearing mum's swimsuit. Okay, I misread that, and now I'm concerned. Bear in mind, mum is 5'4", dad 6'1". We did have a lot of fun. It sounds like you did, Karen. Yeah. And Jody Darren Clark in Scunthorpe says, my family tradition is a barbecue, which we have to have on New Year's Day. It's the law round ours. Every year, barbecue on New Year's Day. I like that. This is the Links Pod.
From Grimsby to Sleaford, Scunthorpe to Mablethorpe, this is LinksPod.
You're listening to the first episode of LinksPod. I'm John Marshall. Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho. Now, a few more things going on across Lincolnshire. That I can't visit absolutely everything going on across the county. So a few things I've just got a list of here that need a shout out. In Lincoln, more than 38,000 lights are illuminating Lincoln Castle's walls in the run-up to Christmas. They're on every Wednesday to Sunday until the 23rd of December, with food and drink and a snow machine and a fairground attraction and a mini Christmas Express train ride in the castle grounds. Gates are opening Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 5:30 and 4 o'clock at the weekends, closing down at 9. And they have dog-friendly evenings taking place on the 11th and the 18th of December. Sounds good. Skegness, the Hive, on the 14th of December between 4 and 8, an over-30s clubbing day at the Hive. Now, they're catching on, aren't they? There's one in Lincoln as well, goes on at Home Nightclub. I've not been yet, but the pictures, the videos people are sharing, they look really good. I should go. Neverland Theatre have Pinocchio, the Panto. This is Skegness between the 21st of December and the 29th of December. Baths Hall at Scunthorpe are doing Snow White as a panto. It's on right now and it's on until New Year's Eve. In Grimsby, the Magical Christmas Trail's on, a Wonderland Cleethorpes location for this until the 24th of December. Get down to Wonderland Cleethorpes. And their indoor Christmas fun. Sometimes good. It's been very cold across Lincolnshire. Breakfast with Santa might interest you at Beechwood Farm, Grimsby. 7 dates are available up to Christmas Eve. And how about a Santa train ride, Cleethorpes Coast Light Railway. Special train taking you on a magical journey to Lapland Central. Selected dates on that until Christmas Eve. If you've got an event coming up, again, I've plugged the email address a lot, but do get in touch with anything Lincolnshire. It's john@linkspod.co.uk.
LinksPod.
This is the first ever episode of LinksPod. Weekly episodes will come from the 6th of January. If you want to get involved, you want to be on, please just get in touch with me. That's what I want you to do. I've got one more treat for you on this first episode, something very festive and a mate of mine. Have a listen to this.
Never miss an episode of LinksPod. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.
I've come into town and I've met an old mate of mine for a cup of coffee, and then we needed to find somewhere quiet to do some recording. And that place...
Can I picture the scene?
Yes, go on. This is Rob Hammond, everybody.
Hello. We're sat in a car, in a freezing cold car. It's one of the coldest days of the year.
Yeah.
Overlooking the Brayford, which I've got to say is looking lovely because it's got a blue sky behind it. But it's blooming freezing.
It's freezing. And we look a bit odd sat in the car. I hope nobody comes to get in the car next to us.
Well, it reminds me of the olden days a little bit when we used to go out in the car together, me and you. And we've done that quite a few times over the years. And I used to take you on a magical mystery tour of Lincolnshire, didn't I?
Rob Hammond is famous for this, yeah. I know a shortcut, it would say, and we would be hours and hours out of our way and eventually get back. We're going to get you in for a big long chat soon on the...
I'm looking forward to that.
On the LinksPod. Oh, we're going to reminisce for hours.
24 years for me, memories from Links FM. You slightly longer than that.
Wow, it could be a long interview, Rob. It could be a long one. But particularly now, because it's Christmas. Are you looking forward to Christmas? Are you a Christmas man?
Well, yeah, and I actually link Christmas very much with my time at Links FM because I was saying to you earlier, we were walking through town, they're setting up the Christmas lights, switch-ons, and we did quite a few of those between us over the years. In fact, between us, we've probably switched on every single town and city's Christmas lights across Lincolnshire, I would have thought.
I haven't thought about that. That's true, isn't it? Yeah, we've been everywhere turning them on.
So I associate that with Links FM. Also Mariah Carey Day as well.
Oh, your favourite Christmas song.
Because when I did the breakfast show, and I'm guessing it was the same for you, you got to choose what the first Christmas song was on Links FM. Yes. We launched Christmas for Lincolnshire, and for me it was always the greatest Christmas song of all time, Mariah Carey.
The Pogues.
Mariah.
Right. Let's not fall out. Right. Now, there is one Christmas song that I'm going to put on to round off this first edition of the LinksPod, Rob.
Yeah, when I said Mariah was the greatest Christmas song, there is one that
stands up above that. Our little project called Four Blokes and a Blonde. And, Rob, this was your moment in the spotlight as a lead singer.
Yeah, they didn't ask you, did they?
No, I'm the worst singer in the world, and you're very good. Talk about some memories of that Four Blokes and a Blonde thing we did. That was one of my favourite things.
Well, originally, I think the idea came because of all the pop star type programmes on the telly. So we thought let's do a parody of that, and we called it Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, that's it, yeah.
And then it just kind of grew, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we didn't realise just how popular it was going to be. So originally, we wrote a song called "Seemed Like a Good Idea" because it did seem like a good idea
at the time, didn't it? Yeah.
And we did a live show at the Lincolnshire show that summer.
Yeah, that's on YouTube. People should check that out because we literally did pull a massive crowd, then think, what the hell are we going to do here?
We thought only about 3 or 4 people might turn up, but people actually came to the Lincolnshire show who'd never been to the Lincolnshire show before just to watch us.
Yeah, it was as if a proper act was performing.
So that was quite special.
Yeah, and somebody has pulled up next to us now, look, and they're thinking, what the hell are those two doing? Yeah, go on, sorry.
And also with Bandcamp, you said we've got to get JLS involved, but I don't think the record company will be in on it. So you said, I'm interviewing them. Why don't you just gate crash the interview?
You tried to audition for JLS? Yes, you did. That's come back to me. Yeah.
They just thought I was this mad wannabe singer presenter coming in kind of saying, can you tell me how good I am during this interview?
Yes, I remember. Yeah, you didn't get the job, did you?
I didn't, no.
No, it's a shame, really.
But then after that summer, we thought, what can we do next? And I remember the exact moment we came up with this Christmas song. It was me, you, and Andy Fenton.
Right.
I've got this really crazy memory.
Yeah, you have.
Me, you, and Andy Fenton, we went to Bennyworth to do a 4x4 driving challenge. Yeah. And we were talking about it in the car, and we said, we've got to do another song. And I think it was August, September time. And we said, it's got to be a Christmas song. And all 3 of us between us came up with the hook in the chorus. You then took it away, did your magic with it, wrote the rest of it. I think you went to Tabby Road with Phil and came up with the tune, and then you just threw this demo at me, and it was amazing.
Well, people are about to see just how amazing it is, because I'm going to put it on to round off this first edition of the podcast. Rob Hammond, in your old Links FM style way, maybe you could do the introduction.
I will, and I just want to say to everyone that bought it at the time, do you remember we sold it?
Oh yeah, we sold it, didn't we? We raised some money for charity.
We thought we might raise a few £100 for charity. We raised 10 grand for a local hospice, which was absolutely amazing. So thanks if you did buy it, if you still got it. If you haven't still got it, this is your opportunity to have it again. So yeah, this is a man that used to be Rob Hammond on the radio with our Christmas song from Four Blokes and a Blonde. Merry Christmas, everybody. It never snows on Christmas Day.
Snow, snow, snow,
Today's weather, clear and dry. If you placed a bet on a white Christmas this year, you'll have created a very happy bookmaker. No chance, I'm afraid. There's nothing falling down from the sky. I think it's time we ask Santa why.
We had chocolate and trifle where we wanted to go. Sliding on our sledge in the deep, deep snow. Look around, nothing's coming down. Snow, 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 snow's on Christmas Day. It never snows, snow, 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 snow's on Christmas Day. It never falls down from the sky, and it's time to ask Santa why. It never snows, snow, 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 snows on Christmas Day.
And that's it. The first ever episode of Links Pod is complete. Have an amazing Christmas. Let me say thank you to Ellie at audioduck.co.uk for loads of help and support getting me up and running with this. Adam at littlemonstermedia.co.uk for the snazzy production you've been hearing. And a huge thanks again to Links Wi-Fi Solutions sponsoring this first episode. If we don't get lots of sponsors coming in of these episodes, I won't be able to carry on, and I want to carry on. Have a lovely, lovely Christmas. Eat too much. You can think about that and regret it in January. All the very best to you and your family. Thanks for listening.